You have heard the incredible stories. People going on the ketogenic diet and feeling fantastic. They talk about boundless energy. They mention crystal clear focus. They say their hunger just vanished. So you try it. You dutifully eat your bacon, your eggs, your avocados, your butter. You carefully count every carbohydrate. Yet, instead of feeling like a supercharged genius, you just feel tired. You feel foggy. You might even have a headache. You start to wonder if this whole thing is a myth. You ask yourself, when does the magic actually start? When will this keto thing finally start to work for me? The frustration can be immense, making you want to grab the nearest piece of bread just to feel normal again. I understand that feeling completely because I have been there myself. There is a distinct memory I have from my own initial journey into nutritional ketosis. For the first couple of weeks, I questioned everything. My workouts felt sluggish. My brain felt like it was operating through a thick haze. I was doing everything right according to the books, but the promised benefits seemed so far away. Then something shifted. The difficult beginning is what I call the keto paradox. You have to push through a period of feeling suboptimal to reach a new level of feeling truly optimal. Your body is undergoing a monumental change, shifting its entire fuel system from the ground up. It is not just a simple diet change. It is a profound metabolic rewiring. Think of it like renovating a house while you are still living in it. There is going to be some dust, some noise, and some disruption before you can enjoy the beautiful finished space. The initial fatigue and brain fog are the dust and noise of your body's renovation. It is a temporary phase that precedes a much more stable and efficient state of being. My goal here is to be your guide through that renovation. I want to help you understand exactly what is happening inside your body so that the process feels less mysterious and less frustrating. More importantly, I want to give you the practical tools and the realistic timeline you need to get to that clear morning moment faster and with fewer bumps in the road. This journey is not about willpower alone. It is about knowledge and strategy. By understanding the timeline and supporting your body correctly through each phase, you can navigate the initial challenges and unlock the incredible benefits that are waiting for you on the other side of adaptation. At its core, keto-adaptation is a beautifully simple concept. It means your body has learned how to use fat and ketones as its primary source of fuel. For most of your life, your body ran on carbs and sugar. This is the fuel it knows best. Bread, pasta, fruit. Your body breaks them down into glucose for immediate energy. It's a quick and easy system. Cut carbohydrates drastically, and you will remove that primary fuel. Your body must find an alternative. That alternative is fat. Transition isn't instantaneous. First, your body burns limited glucose stores in the liver, then in the muscles, stored as glycogen. Once depleted, you enter ketosis. In ketosis, the liver breaks down dietary fats, and body fat stores into ketone molecules. Ketones fuel the brain, the heart, and the muscles. Keto adaptation is cells getting very good at this. It takes time for every part of your body to become efficient at burning fat and using ketones. Until adapted, you're in metabolic no man's land. Not enough glucose, not yet skilled at ketones. The first few weeks can feel challenging. Fully fat adapted has profound benefits. Tap into a vast, stable fuel reserve, body fat. Steady energy all day, no dramatic spikes and crashes. Hunger and cravings frequently disappear, taking you off the blood sugar roller coaster. Imagine a hybrid car that ran on gasoline its whole life. You remove gasoline and switch to the electric battery. At first, the car sputters. The ride is jerky. The onboard computer needs to recalibrate to draw battery power efficiently. Keto adaptation is that recalibration. Mitochondria, or small power plants, must alter and multiply. This biological upgrade takes time, patience, and the right support to happen smoothly. Let's break down the science of this amazing fuel switch in the simplest way possible. Your body has a small, short-term energy tank filled with carbohydrates, stored as glycogen. This tank is easy to access, but holds a limited supply, enough for maybe a day or two. When you stop eating carbs, your body quickly begins to drain this tank. For every gram of glycogen you store, your body also stores about 3 to 4 grams of water. This is why people often see a rapid drop on the scale in the first week of keto. It's mainly water weight. Once the glycogen tank is running on empty, your body panics a little and sends out signals. We need energy. This is when your liver steps up to become a hero. The liver starts a process called ketogenesis. It transforms fatty acids, whether from food or body fat, into unique energy molecules known as ketones. There are 3 main types of ketones, but the one we care most about is beta-hydroxybutyrate, or BHB. BHB travels through the bloodstream and crosses the blood-brain barrier to fuel the brain, a very energy-hungry organ. This process is a big change for your cells. For years, they have been set up to grab glucose from the bloodstream. Now they have to retool their internal machinery to grab and use ketones instead. This involves building more fat-burning engines inside the cells. These engines are called mitochondria. During keto-adaptation, the body increases the quantity and efficiency of mitochondria, particularly in muscle and brain cells. This is a physical, biological upgrade that makes you a more efficient fat-burning machine. It takes time and resources. You can't rush it. Final piece, how your brain adapts. Your brain can't use fat directly, but it loves ketones. Ketones are a more efficient, cleaner-burning fuel for the brain than glucose. It takes time for the brain to increase transporters that pull ketones from blood into brain cells. In the first several days, the brain continues to cry for glucose, resulting in cognitive fog. As weeks go by and transporters multiply, your brain gets better at using ketones and people report mental clarity and sharp focus. Everyone's body is different, so your personal timeline might vary. Based on research and experience, here's a general timeline of what to expect. Understanding these phases helps you stay motivated and troubleshoot issues. Let's break it down week by week. This is not a competition. Instead, patience and consistency lead to success. Days 1 to 3. Rapid glycogen depletion. Your body is burning through its last reserves of stored carbohydrates. Expect a noticeable drop in water weight. Some people feel perfectly fine. Others may feel tired or have cravings. Stay hydrated. Start electrolytes right away, especially sodium. Days 3 through 7. The keto flu. It's not an actual flu. It's a cluster of symptoms: headaches, fatigue, dizziness, irritability, and muscle cramps. These symptoms are usually from electrolyte loss and dehydration. Your body is starting to make ketones, but isn't efficient yet. It's an energy gap. The fix is simple: increase sodium, increase potassium, and increase magnesium. Drinking salted water or bone broth can be a game changer. During weeks 1 and 2, adaptation ramps up. Your liver is now producing ketones more consistently. Energy may start to feel more stable, with some ups and downs. Carb cravings often begin to subside. Athletic performance can take a temporary dip. High intensity feels harder. The journey to fat adaptation is not a one-size-fits-all experience. While the general timeline provides a good roadmap, several personal factors can significantly influence how quickly or slowly your body makes the switch. Understanding these variables can help you set realistic expectations and tailor your approach. Some people seem to glide into ketosis with ease, while others face a more challenging path. The difference often lies in a combination of your history, your lifestyle, and your unique biology. Let's explore the key factors that can put wind in your sails or create headwinds. Your previous diet plays one of the biggest roles. If you came from a conventional Western diet rich in processed carbohydrates and sugar, your body's mechanism is primarily geared toward glucose metabolism. The shift to a fat-based system will be more dramatic and may take longer. Conversely, if you already followed a lower carb or whole foods diet, your body is likely more metabolically flexible and may adapt more quickly. Your body's starting point matters immensely. Think of it as turning a massive cargo ship versus a small speedboat. Your level of physical activity is another powerful influencer. Exercise, particularly do endurance training and high-intensity training. How do you know when you have finally crossed the finish line and become truly fat-adapted? While testing your blood for ketones can confirm you are in a state of ketosis, the number on the meter does not tell the whole story. True adaptation is less about a specific ketone level and more about how you feel and function in your daily life. The most reliable signs are the subjective, real-world changes in your energy, hunger, and mental state. These are the benefits that make the initial challenges of the keto diet worthwhile. Let's explore the clear, tangible signs that indicate your body is now running smoothly on fat and ketones. The most profound and celebrated sign of fat adaptation is the emergence of steady, sustained energy. The blood sugar roller coaster is over. You no longer experience the dramatic energy spikes after a meal followed by the inevitable crash a couple of hours later. Instead, your energy feels smooth and consistent from morning until night. That dreaded 3 p.m. slump becomes a thing of the past. You can go for hours without eating and still feel energized and productive. This is because your body is no longer reliant on a constant drip of incoming carbohydrates. It is now tapping into its own vast reserves of stored body fat, a fuel source that provides stable power for hours on end. Another hallmark sign is a dramatic reduction in hunger and cravings. Even with the best preparation, the path to fat adaptation can have a few bumps. Knowing what these common roadblocks are ahead of time, and more importantly, knowing the simple fixes for them, can make your journey infinitely smoother. Most of the problems people encounter in the early stages of a ketogenic diet are not signs that the diet is bad for them. They are predictable physiological responses to the change in fuel source. By addressing them proactively, you can sidestep the discomfort and stay on track toward your goal. Let's look at the most frequent challenges and their straightforward solutions. The most notorious roadblock is the keto flu. As we've discussed, this collection of symptoms, headaches, fatigue, nausea, and muscle cramps, it is primarily caused by dehydration and an imbalance of electrolytes. When you cut carbs, your insulin levels drop. This signals your kidneys to excrete more sodium, and water follows the sodium out of your body. The fix is surprisingly simple. You must intentionally replenish your electrolytes. Add more salt to your food, drink a cup of salty bone broth or pickle juice, and consider a good electrolyte supplement that contains sodium, potassium, and magnesium. This single step can prevent or resolve most keto flu symptoms within hours. While patience is a virtue on the ketogenic journey, there are several practical strategies you can employ to help your body adapt more quickly and efficiently. These tips work by encouraging your body to deplete its glycogen stores faster and ramp up ketone production sooner. They can also help minimize the uncomfortable side effects of the transition period, making the entire process feel easier and more sustainable. Think of these as ways to gently nudge your metabolism in the right direction. By incorporating a few of these tips, you can potentially shorten the adaptation timeline and start feeling the benefits sooner. One of the most effective tools for speeding up adaptation is intermittent fasting. Fasting is the quickest way to deplete your liver glycogen. When you stop eating for a period of time, your body has no choice but to turn to its stored energy. You can start simply. Try a 12-hour overnight fast, which just means stopping eating after dinner and not eating again until breakfast. As you get comfortable, you can gradually extend this window to 14 or 16 hours. A 16 to 8 fasting schedule, where you eat all your meals within an 8-hour window, works very well with a ketogenic diet and can significantly accelerate your journey into deep ketosis. Staying active is another powerful catalyst. Exercise helps burn through your muscle glycogen stores. You do not have to run a marathon. Incorporating medium-chain triglyceride oil into your diet can provide a direct boost. MCTs are a unique type of fat that are metabolized differently from other fats. They are sent directly to the liver and are rapidly converted into ketones, providing a quick source of energy for your brain and body. This can help bridge the energy gap during the initial adaptation phase and may reduce symptoms of the keto flu. Start with a small amount, like 1 teaspoon in your coffee or tea, and increase slowly. Taking too much at once can cause digestive upset, so it is important to introduce it gradually. Finally, 2 of the most crucial yet often overlooked tips are to prioritize sleep and manage stress. High levels of the stress hormone cortisol can actively work against your efforts by raising blood sugar. A lack of quality sleep does the same. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep per night. Create a relaxing bedtime routine. Find healthy outlets for stress, whether it is deep breathing, yoga, or spending time in nature. Furthermore, do not skimp on dietary fat. Theories, timelines, and scientific explanations are essential, but sometimes what helps most is knowing someone else walked the same path and came out the other side. I want to share a short story from my first strict ketogenic attempt. I was a researcher who understood the science inside and out. I knew about glycogen depletion, ketogenesis, and electrolytes. But knowing intellectually and experiencing it physically are very different. I thought my knowledge would make me immune to the common struggles, but my body had other lessons to teach me. The first 3 days were deceptively easy. I felt a little lighter, likely from water loss, and motivated. Then day 4 hit me like a ton of bricks. I woke with a pounding headache, like a tight band around my skull. My thoughts were slow and sticky, like wading through mud. I was irritable. Everything required monumental effort. I was experiencing the full force of the keto flu, and despite what I knew, my first thought was, "This isn't working. I feel terrible." I craved a bagel with surprising intensity. That was my turning point. I had a choice: give up and return to comfort, or lean into the science I trusted. The journey to becoming fat-adapted is a process of profound biological change, and it is a journey that unfolds over weeks, not days. It is crucial to set your expectations realistically. Expect to feel some changes in the first week as your body depletes its carb stores. Brace for the possibility of the keto flu, but arm yourself with the simple and effective tool of electrolyte supplementation. The bigger, more stable changes, the steady energy, the lifted brain fog, the diminished hunger, often begin to emerge in a meaningful way between weeks 3 and 8. For many, the full, robust benefits of being truly fat-adapted are solidified within 2 to 3 months of consistency. Remember that you are in control of many of the factors that influence this timeline. You can support and accelerate your body's transition by eating enough healthy fats, staying well hydrated, and prioritizing your sleep. You can incorporate gentle movement to help burn through glycogen, intermittent fasting, and MCT oil. Most importantly, learn to listen to your body. Pay more attention to the signs of adaptation, your energy, your hunger, your mental clarity, than to any single number on a scale or a ketone meter. These sentiments are actual indicators of your success. If you become stuck or discouraged, recall my story. Remember the fog I felt on day 4 and the clarity I felt on day 21? The challenging time is only temporary. It indicates that your body is trying hard to rewire itself for a more reliable fuel source. Don't give up when you're only a few days away from a potential breakthrough. Adjust your strategy. Double-check your electrolytes. Be patient with yourself. And continue going forward. This gradual, consistent transition entails not only modifying your food, but also improving your entire operating system. The process takes time, but the results in stability and energy are well worth the effort. So, where are you going from here? The greatest way to get started is to take one tiny, doable action today. Do not strive to accomplish everything at once. Simply choose one thing. Consider starting a 12-hour fast after dinner tonight. Consider taking a 20-minute walk after your previous meal. It could be as simple as making a glass of salted water to drink first thing in the morning. Choose one clear action. Take that step. Small, regular activities are key to overcoming initial obstacles and achieving complete fat adaptation. Your journey begins today.